Hey guys, how's it going? I wanted to make a quick video explaining what all the different buff cards do in Tactics Ogre Reborn and kind of show you guys how they work. So, first off, I'm sure if you've played the game at all, you're aware of the buff cards, and they are broken down into 6 different cards. So, the first two, respectively, right here, are you got your sword, which is physical attack. Same thing, magical, which is right up here, behind this guy. You can kind of see it's a little cane. Then we got our auto skill card, crit chance, which is not on the field. Is it? Nope, crit chance is not here. Then we got remove all buff cards, and then we got the MP card. So I'm going to explain what all of these do real quick for you. First off, the physical attack card, what it does is it doesn't, people might misunderstand how this works, which I did too. It doesn't buff like your attack or your strength. What it does is, say you're hitting a dude for 50 damage, right? Not really too much. And you're like, well, if I give my character a couple strength cards, they're going to hit, for like, who knows, maybe like 300 damage. No, that's not how it's going to work. What it's going to do is, it's going to multiply or increase your final damage number. So the chance when you attack something, it's your attack versus their defense that calculates the final damage. So if you're attacking something that's already not taking a lot of damage, multiplying like 50 damage by 20%, 50% isn't going to do a whole lot more. So it's not as effective on harder to hit targets that are way more tanky. You want to do it to somebody that already can like bypass those defenses and hit big. So make sure you're not giving this to a character and you're hitting a boss and the boss is only taking like 50 damage and you're like, wow, man, I got a 50% increase. Yeah, 50% increase on that 50, so now you're going to do 75 damage. Boss has 1,200 health. You're just chipping them away. So make sure you understand that. The same thing happens with magic. It's the final number. It's after the damage calculation. It's not going to give you a higher number. It doesn't factor in before the calculation. It factors in at the end. If it was initially applied to your strength in general, oh yeah, the number would be so much bigger because the penetration value is going to be higher. But that's not how it works with those, unfortunately. So I just wanted to clarify that. Another thing a lot of people don't understand is the auto skill card. You'll pick it up and you'll be like, nothing happened. What does this do? Why am I picking this up? Well, the reason you're picking that up is because you have characters that have auto skills, like this. We got back attack. This will trigger at the beginning of a character's turn with a certain chance of activating. Can't tell you what that default chance is, but it'll go higher the more of those auto skill cards you got. Especially useful for casters that rely on the concentration, or not concentration, MP, meditate, that has a higher chance of proccing. So basically, auto skill card is going to be useless on a character that has no auto skills equipped. So, a good example would be this guy. My Terror Knight gains no value from an auto skill card. Well, actually does frighten. Do I have anybody that doesn't have an auto skill? It's really important you make sure people have auto skills. That's another thing I want to say. Here we go. Nope, that's an auto skill. Well, you get the idea. If you don't have an auto skill on your character, picking up that card is just a waste. There's no reason to go for it, no reason to pick it up. It ain't going to do you any good. So just understand auto skills trigger your chances of your auto skill activating at the start of a turn. Obviously, you can stack those and greatly increase your chance of the skill activating. I can't tell you what the percent increase is per card, but I can tell you if you have like 2 or 3, it's probably about a 75-80% chance every turn of it activating. Almost, I've had turns where like 2, 3, 4 times in a row my auto skill's activated. So moving on to that, we got the critical card, which I cannot show you here, but the critical card, what that does is it just pretty much your next regular attack is going to be a critical hit. Not always, though. Not always. I have picked it up, and I have not got a crit. So just understand that it's not a guarantee. I don't, again, I don't know the exact numbers, but 9 times out of 10, you're going to crit. And then we have the red card, which is bad. It takes away all your buff cards. Try to get the enemy to hit this. One thing you can do is put a weak character by it, but you got to understand the enemy has to only have one path to stand on. So if the enemy wants to melee my wizard, I have to, move a couple dudes around to box him, so that way the enemy's forced to stand here. So it's a little bit of effort to get that to happen. And last but not least, the final card, the MP card. Now, what this will do is increases the amount of MP restored. Now, everybody gets MP. as you know in the tutorial, at the beginning of your turn, you get a set amount of base MP at the beginning of your turn that fills up over time. When you have these, that base amount goes up. So if you have a character that's going to be doing a lot of finishers, casting a lot of spells, using a lot of MP, stocking up on 2 or 3 of these is going to guarantee that they can cast those big bad boy spells or utilize those finishers multiple times back to back per turn. Well, not per turn, but you know what I mean. Like, you use it one turn, use it the next turn, and so on. So that is all 3 of the cards. That is what they... All 6. That's all 6 of the cards. That is what they do and how they function. Hopefully this video helped you guys out. Easier to understand a little bit, you know, especially what some of them do because they're kind of convoluted. But I appreciate you guys checking out the video. If you do have any comments or questions, drop them below. I respond to every comment I can. Try to help you guys out and understand this awesome game and get the best out of it. So thank you so much, and I will see you in the next one. Later, guys. Peace.